Flosstube. I am Sarah here at Every Little X Stitch. Welcome back to my channel. So just kind of getting into the video real quick here. I've got a bit to cover and kids are downstairs in the basement with my husband Jason. So I just wanted to kind of catch you guys up where I left off with you last week. We had kind of a crazy hectic week, which I will kind of get into a little bit, but I wanted to first touch on where I left you guys last. Was I was rushing off to go visit Congo African gray parrot at our local like parrot shop / rescue place here in Michigan. So I did go to see her. I wanted to kind of see if there was a connection there at all and just feel the situation out. There was just this nagging feeling that I had that ever since I was told that there was a gray there, I thought, oh, I need to go see her. I need to go. I couldn't stop thinking about it. So I did. I went and saw her on Wednesday, and then, or no, it was Thursday, sorry. Thursday I saw her, and then I felt an instant connection with her, just instantaneous. It was just amazing. So she was very, very receptive, very, she wanted to be scratched and pet, and she perched on my hand. I was told that she took 3 months. She was there since October until January, and I was told that she perched for the very first time 2 days before me seeing her at the shop itself. So that was the first time and only time that she had perched on somebody's finger from her cage. So she's 3 years old, and she was a bird who was an owner surrender, I guess, and she had been there ever since. So that went really, really well. And then I went home and I told my husband about it, and I loved her. I absolutely loved her, and I wanted her instantly, of course. Who wouldn't if you're a parrot person? Anyway, so, but I asked a whole bunch of questions about her history, about her behavior, about her diet, about her personal, like, did she have any plucking issues in the past, things like that, like typical parrot things that you would ask. So I asked all those questions, and I was pretty happy with most of the answers that I got, with the exception of like her diet and possibly the way that she was treated or not treated very well in some situations, possibly. But anyway, so I left it as what kind of process this is for you guys, that kind of thing. And then she told me usually they like to have the husbands or the partners or whoever, the family come and see the bird too, so that they know everybody's on board, and also see how they might interact with the bird as well. So we went back on Saturday, my husband and I, with the intention of getting her if that situation went well, which it did, sort of ish. She wouldn't really go near my husband, and even me, she was kind of like, this is a little bit too much. She was very, I would say, anxious. It was a Saturday, so there was a lot of people. It's open obviously to the public, so there was a lot of people in the shop. There was a lot of birds cawing and screeching and screaming, and just the typical stuff that you would have from a parrot shop. If you've ever been in one, you guys know what I'm talking about, or if you know parrots in general, you know what I mean with the noise. Certain levels of noise might bother people, whereas other people are not really too concerned about it. Anyway, so there was just the main, like, your cockatoos and your macaws, which are the louder birds, making a lot of noise, which when I went in on Wednesday, that wasn't going on as much. But anyway, going off on a little tangent about noise at the parrot shop. But so he didn't, she wasn't very, like, she took a long time to even come out of her cage, but she did finally come out, and that went well. So we ended up getting her, and we have her here now. She's been here, this is day 8, and her name originally, which she still says all the time, is Kirby, but she has since been renamed. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen that I already got her anyway. But I did get a DNA test done to have her sex, to know for sure if she is a male or female, because she's assumed to be a female, but they never did any official testing to know that. My other bird was a male, so it'll be interesting to see the differences between genders, if really anything, because usually people can be very particular about certain, like a dog or a cat being a male or a female, but a parrot usually is not a particular with gender. People really don't care what the gender of the bird is, generally speaking. In my opinion anyway, from what I've seen and people that I've talked to that are parrot owners, don't really care. Anyway, so I'm thinking she's a female, but she has been renamed. Her name is Zara, and so when I originally, if you saw on the Instagram post, her name that I put on there was Ruby. That was because Kirby, Ruby, they have the same B-Y, you know, the B sound at the end, to make it a little less different, if you will, or too different from what her current name was. So I didn't like the name Kirby at all. I don't know, I don't know, I hated it. So, and judging by like a lot of things that I had read, and you know, I was hesitant about changing your name at all, but a lot of people that I talked to said that they changed their birds' rescue names if they came from a questionable background where they may not have gotten very good attention or just a negative environment for them, that kind of thing. So when I got her, like her paperwork, for example, didn't have anything listed. The only thing that the lady actually bothered to like write out was that she had cage aggression. Personally, I haven't seen that with her. That's not to say that it's not going to show up at some point, or even when she goes through stages of, you know, right now she'd be like in her terrible twos, but the stages, you know, hormonal stages and things like that. So anyway, yeah, so we got a bird, and her name is Zara. I don't know if I said that, but her name is Zara. Her name is Zara from, I was looking for different names. I wanted an African name at first because that's what my other bird, his name was Nisha, he had an African name. I like my animals to have names with meanings, so I was looking through this list, and I thought I either wanted something African or something Russian. One of my dogs' names was Russian, named Mishka. So and if you guys can hear that, that is her, like going crazy down there. So hopefully you guys will hear that. She talks like crazy. But anyway, Zara is her name. I got that off of a list for just kind of, I think I looked up exotic animal names, and I got to the Z's, and I was almost done, and I was looking only at the meaning of the name, not the names themselves. So the meaning that I came across was beautiful red glow in the sky. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's perfect, because African greys have red tails, and so the red glow, hence the red glow in the sky. And then in the sky, obviously, I think a bird. So if you were to see her in her natural habitat, she'd be flying around in the sky with that beautiful red glow. So the full name is Zarivo, ending in an O. But until I know for sure that she is a male, I figured A would be, you know, it sounds more girly, so Zariva is her name, but we're calling her Zara for short. A lot easier, I figure, for her to pick up on that and to learn a new name. So anyway, we have Zara. She's perfect. She was the first day, or the second day here, she let me pet her like crazy. Day 4, she was like letting me preen her. Day 6, she tried to regurgitate her food, which is basically, if you guys are familiar with cats, like killing like an animal or a dead mouse and then bringing it to you as a gift, that's the equivalent of a parrot. Like, I love you so much, this is how I want to show it, and that's like the most they can love you, is to like be your mate and regurgitate food for you. So that's what that means in parrot world. And then day 8, she stepped up on me from her cage for the very first time. So she is doing fabulous here. I didn't think we would get to that point for several months, several months, but she continues to just amaze me with how receptive she is to just this complete change in her life. But she's so happy every time I come near her. She puffs up, and her feathers go out like on her neck, they stick up on the back, and then yeah, it's awesome. So I'm gonna try to get her in a video. She doesn't step up on command. That was one thing that she never was taught, so we'll see how that goes. Anyway, let's get into the video, because I've been talking for almost 10 minutes about this bird, and I know not everybody's bird people. But anyway, here we go. So I wanted to do finishes first. I have a few finishes that I did, and it actually worked out well for this because I wouldn't have been able to show you guys otherwise. Today is Monday, so that's usually my stitch night where I go and see my friend Nicole. Hi Nicole, if you're watching. My kids were home from school. They had a snow day today, and they had a snow day on Friday. My son's birthday was this past Saturday, so Ethan turned 8, and we had, on Tuesday night, I had to take my son Logan to the ER. He had major back pain to the point it was not normal, where he was like in tears sitting up, and mind you, he's almost 17 years old, so that wasn't normal. So my week has been kind of crazy. I didn't get a ton of stitching done, so you guys are seeing last week's stitching and then the little tiny bit, you know, like the little bit that I did do last week, and a little bit from before. But anyway, so I didn't get a ton done, but I did do some finishes. But anyway, the point of saying the thing about Monday and Friday was we had snow days, so I didn't go to stitching night, so I have these to show you as finishes. So these are some project bags that I made for one of my good friends, Nicole, who I mentioned that I do stitching nights with. So here's one of them, and she gave me the fabric, and I just made them for her. Mine, I end up always having them be, they come up to about 14 by 14, because I like to be able to fit 11 by 11 Q-snaps in them. So there's that one. And then this is another one. I love these fabrics. They're really pretty. I love this rose one. It's my favorite. But it's so pretty. And then this is the last one. And it's got, you know, these are flowers, if you guys can see up close there. And then some roses on top, and they're really pretty. I love them. So I'm going to give those to her next Monday then when I see her. And she's really excited to get those. So that's fun. And fun little fact here. I'm not like a professional-ish even seamstress to any extent, but this is probably the best zipper I've ever done, ironically. And it goes to somebody else. I just thought that was funny. So, next. Okay, so I had talked to you guys about wanting to try to focus on the Cricut collection January because I wanted to get this done and not pick it back up next year. Not really super farther than I was, but I will show you guys what I did. I will have my husband put a picture in right here of where I was, my progress, and here is where I am now. I think when I saw you guys last, so here's the whole thing. Stand up to see what I'm doing here. So I was working on the angel. I had the little horn here done, and I was working, I believe, down this way. I didn't have any of this blue done, and I did all this white and the little gold bits in here. So I'm really loving how it's turning out. It's really pretty, but I will say, I will say this white, I have not been excited to work on. It's been kind of boring. I don't like stitching white, and I don't like stitching black or 3866, 3865, any of those. They're just boring to me. So I don't really love doing those. So that's what I got done on that. Then next, I pulled back out my let me get the pattern. I pulled back out my 12 Days of Christmas. So I started here with a partridge in a pear tree. And last time I saw you guys, well, I'll have my husband put in a picture right here of where I was last. And actually, hopefully you guys like his little antics. He puts in all these extra little things in my videos of like little funny things that he thinks are hysterical. So I don't see them until I see the actual video. But anyway, so here's where I was last week, and then here's where I am this week. So when I saw you guys last, I had all the kind of orangey, bronzy colors done. So I did all of this yellow and the green and the purple, and there's beads in here. I love these beads. They're like a really bright green in person. I don't need to focus very well for you guys, but there are different shades of yellow in here. There's like 3 different yellows or 2 different yellows, and then there it goes. So there's different shades of yellow in there, and I did beads up here. I need beads here and beads in here. So I believe it's the red beads that go in here next, if I remember correctly. But I'm loving this piece. Did not want to put this down again. But I'm like that with all of my pieces. So, and then who's not? You know, who isn't like that? But that's where I am there. So there's that one. Next one I have to show you guys is, I'll just pull this one out. This one I worked on. I'm again adopting the idea from Sarah the Stitching Mommy that she does her kids patterns that she's working on for her kids. She will do them on their birthday date that they were born on. So Ethan, like I said, had his birthday this past Saturday, the 26th of January. So I pulled out his Spider-Man here, and I got this one from Etsy. So I was working kind of where his abs are in the middle here, and I'm trying to work upwards, at least on the part of the chart that I'm on the highest part, so I can work down because it's easier for me that way. Anyway, I will have a picture be inserted here to show you guys where I was last time, and here's where I am now. I started this really late at night, and I think the only color I got done was this red. Honestly, there's not much that's added to it. I was dead tired. We had a really long week, you know, being at the hospital, and then Logan needed to have two CAT scans done, blood work done, all kinds of stuff, and then we had the next couple days he stayed home from school, and then we had a follow-up appointment on Friday. So by Saturday I was just dead, exhausted, tired from just being, you know, not knowing what's going on. We still don't have any answers as to what it was. But he had a fever that wouldn't go away, and it was this whole thing. Anyway, so yeah, I didn't get a lot done on Saturday because I was just, like, all that was catching up to me from worrying about that and staying up and all that. So, yeah. Okay, then next I have to show you guys is a favorite that I've heard many people say that it's their favorite whip of mine. So that one is Adia, the Garden Fairy. And I don't think that I posted my new video, or not video, my new update picture of her on Instagram. But you guys will see that now. So, you guys hear her? She's going a little crazy down there. Okay, so here's where I am now. And I have all of her, so I finished up here. Let me see if it'll focus better. So I finished all the flowers up here. I added some beads up here. I finished some more of her hair, I think. Somewhere. And like the greenery that's over here. These little bits of, these are acrylic. If you guys, I don't know if it's really picking that up, but those are acrylic. So it's like a bronzy, really sparkly color. They're really pretty. I'm loving this. It's the same, like, you know, everybody has. I don't like putting this down. When I get into it, I get really into it. And then I have some reason why I can't work on it anymore, you know. I have to go to bed, or, you know, life makes it so you can't do everything you want to do, right? So those are my whips that I have to show you guys. That's what I've been working on for the past few days here. So there's that. And then the next thing I had to show you guys is my haul. And I don't have stitchy haul. I have some diamond painting haul that I wanted to show you. And I'm going to try to do this as quick as I can. I'm sorry about the crinkling if that annoys you guys, but I had to keep them in their bags because there's quite a few of them. But so first one is this. It's you know, I'm into the seasonal stuff, obviously. So this is I believe this is the spring tree. Or is that summer? I don't know. It's spring, I think. So there's that one. Then let's see if I can find all the trees to show you guys at once. This might be a tree. Yes. Here's summer. Sorry, I keep hearing the door. So here's summer. I love this one. And these all have, oh, I didn't show you guys on the other one, but these all have specialty shapes here. If you can See that? Like they look like little leaves. Really, really pretty. So I can't wait to do these. And I have to find the other ones. My favorite one of those is actually winter. Shockingly, because we are getting like the downpour of Mother Nature right now from winter. Actually, we had a blizzard. We're having a blizzard currently with temps of like -25, -30, something like that, which isn't out of the norm for us at all, but it's just annoying. Sorry, I'm trying to keep all these. Oh, here we go. So here's winter. So here's the winter. This one I think is the prettiest. Here are the sparkly bits for that one. Really, really pretty specialty shapes. And here's winter. I just love this one. It's so pretty. So I'm going to do these. These should, keep wanting to say stick up, but these should stick up quite quickly because they are just partials. So that's good. What else? Put that over there. Okay, so then the next one, I think that is, yep, here it is. Okay, so this is spring. The green one was summer. There's the specialty shapes on that one. There's some circle, almost like pearly ones there. And then this one's really pretty, all pinks. So that one I love. And I don't know when I'm going to start these exactly, but we'll see. Sometime in the nearest future maybe, but I don't think these will take long to do. I'm just trying to focus on my cross stitch currently because, you know, that's more time consuming than this is. Okay, so there's those four, then we'll get into the other ones. These should go quicker because I'm not looking specifically for certain ones. Okay, so here are, this is a really, really fun one. So here's those are really pretty. They're almost like the mermaid, like a mermaid fin tail look that you guys know what I'm talking about. So here, this one is a peacock. Looks like this. Really pretty. So that one's going to be fun to do. Pull that one out at some point and work on it. Sorry, I think I just banged the camera. Then, yes. Oh, this is a fun one too. This one has these really cool shapes right here. Most of them that I got are specialty shapes, and it has these teeny tiny little like pearl ones, which that focuses. And this is this one. This is a mandala. Really, really pretty blues. Love that. There's that one. And then I have what's this one? This one is, another peacock. These are just regular round. I feel like the round aren't as shiny, but you know, of these anyway, or this particular one. But here's this one. This one's really pretty. It kind of looks a little bit pixelated to me, so we'll see what it looks like when it's actually done. I wasn't, to be honest, I wasn't like super thrilled with this one when I got it. I looked at it and I was kind of like a little bit bummed out because I was so happy with all the other ones and the way that they looked and the quality of everything. So I don't know if this is from a different vendor. I don't know, but we'll see. Oh, this is another one that I kind of stumbled upon, and I just had to buy this one. And this is Africa. So this one looks pretty pixelated too, but I'm excited to see how this one comes up, and we'll see what it ends up looking like. But that one is really cool. I love the colors in it, you know, like the African sunset. Couldn't say no to that one, obviously, right? Had to get that guy. Then two more. This one is really, really pretty. There are some specialty shapes there and some really cool iridescent, like bluish purplish ones there, if you can see that. Really cool. And here is this one. It is an elephant, kind of like a galaxy looking elephant. Really, really cool. There is that. And then the last one is another elephant. Here are the specialty shapes are on this side, these orange ones, and then again those really dark navy bluish colored ones. And this is a vertical one. So here's, it's an elephant. Really pretty. So that's haul. Yeah. I don't have any other haul that I have ordered, nor do I really plan on ordering any haul. I've got a lot of projects that I can do and plan on doing, so I'm not looking to do any of that. Plus, we just bought birds, so, you know, parrots are pricey. And we gotta chill with that for a bit. But, so that's what I have there. I'm gonna try to do a video with my husband, and he will be the special guest I was talking about. My other special guest is Zara. If I can get her to perch, do a stuff up for me, and I'll try to get her to be in the video so you guys can see her. She probably won't do much of anything because she doesn't tend to really talk a lot in front of my husband. She talks like a jabbermouth when it's me here during the day with just my daughter Aurora, or when there's not so much activity and stuff, where all the kids are around or down in the family room where she is. She's not as chattery, but she's just a jabberbox with me. She talks, she laughs, she has 3 different voices. She has like an old man voice, like a older lady, like smoker sounding voice, and then she has a younger woman voice. And then she's actually started to pick up the way that I say things to her, she's saying them now. So it's really interesting to hear, because my bird that I got before, he was a baby. I got him when he was 12 weeks old, and her being 3, it's interesting to hear all the things that she says that went on in our old house, and that she would say all the time. So it's pretty cool. But when I got her too, the lady had told me that there was a lot of interest in her, but nobody had come around that. Well, she said that either they were not comfortable handling her, or she flat out did not like the people, like she hated the people, or they had no prior experience with grays in particular, or just parrots in general. So it's just kind of interesting that everything happened the way that it did. I called there not intending to get another gray for at least 2 to 3 years, and then now here we are, you know, a couple of days later, and there's another bird in our house. And what the most crazy thing about it is this noise that you guys hear, if you guys can hear that over, if my phone is picking that up, that's noise that I'm used to always hearing all the time. Some people that might annoy, it doesn't annoy me at all. Like that's quiet for a parrot. That's very, very quiet. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna try to get Zara in a video so you guys can see her, and my husband as well. And that's about it for this video. I hope you guys had a great week. Sorry about the craziness of my days with posting, but life got in the way, as life tends to do sometimes. But anyway, I will see you guys later. Bye-bye.